Happy pre-Friday. I love Thursday because it's like, I don't know, like like you get excited for the weekend, but it's not quite the weekend because as soon as the weekend comes, then it starts going really, really fast. So as long as it's like not quite the weekend, then you have like, you can still be excited. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? No, it's fine. Anyway, so my mom just had surgery. She had, my mom had scoliosis where her spine was like this. And so they put rods in her back to straighten it. And she had 3 or 4 different surgeries, but they kept like not really doing it really correctly. So she had to keep getting it corrected. Well, where the rods in her back, were connected to the pelvis, like right back here, like kind of like where the butt crack is, and then right to the side of it where they connect the rods to the pelvis. One of the bones had shifted and it was causing her such great pain for like the last 6 months. And she goes to her primary care and she's like, because she didn't know like at the time that it was the hardware in her bones that were like causing the pain. And so she goes to her primary care doctor, and her primary care doctor is like, oh, you're depressed. You just need antidepressants. So her doctor gives her anti-freaking depressants, right? She's got a bone literally a screw this long sticking out of her bones. And she's like, I'm not depressed. Like, I don't feel sad. I'm in pain. So that's making me sad. And so the doctor's like, oh yeah, you need antidepressants. And I'm like, Mom, they are literally just pushing like the meds. Like, I'm so serious, Amy. Oh my gosh. Like the doctor's like, here's some Zoloft. And she's like, I don't think that's going to get rid of the pain. Like, my mom's not a depressed person. Like, it's just not her. And so, and like I take Zoloft because I have super high anxiety, but my mom doesn't. Like, she's just in pain because she had a screw this long. Hold on. I got to show you guys. Hold on. Let me show you. Mom, let me see that screw. Hold on, I gotta show them. Let me see your screw. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, so this is the screw that was in my mom's bones. Okay, sorry, I had to run and show you. This is the screw that was inside so they used this to screw yeah, we're joking that my mom's got a screw loose. So this is the screw that was holding the rods in her back into the pelvis, right? Well, this screw had come loose and shifted and was sticking out of her bones. So she had surgery to remove this. And her primary care doctor tried to say, you're depressed. Here's some Zoloft. She's like, you're making me depressed. Like, you're making me sad. This is what they took out of her back. Isn't that crazy? And now she's like, all of a sudden, there's no more pain. This and a couple other pieces of hardware. But this is what was causing her the pain. This right here was in my mom's body, like in her pelvis, holding her spine to the pelvis. So they went in, took this out, and now she's healing. So isn't that crazy? I just can't. Like, I am beyond. So anyway, so that's my new situation here. So I'm at my mom's visiting, and there's nothing I can do to make her feel better. Like, obviously she just has to go through the pain of the surgery, but I'm here for moral support. Yeah, she reported her doctor and she's like, this is not okay. Is there a code for the 40% off? All the makeup I put in my bag is still full price. You might not have gotten any of the sale items. If you go onto your, when you sign into your account and go across the top and scroll all the way to the right, you'll see the very last tab. It says summer sale. Click that and that'll show everything that's 40% off. Yeah, antidepressants will work, right? Like, oh, you're in a lot of pain. Let me give you some Zoloft, like antidepressants. And she's like, the only reason I'm depressed is because you're giving me antidepressants for this pain. Is she happy with scoliosis surgery other than the loose screw? So, I can't speak for her, but I know her. And so, when she got the scoliosis surgery, they put the rods all the way from the base of her neck all the way down to like her butt crack, like the whole entire spine. So she's had to have it corrected several times. And now, like when you mess with that, like it kind of, oh yeah, Taylor, let me put that real quick. Hold on. it kind of messed with the, like, everything isn't level now. So now when they fixed it, because she was walking crooked for so long because her back was curved, now she has her pelvis is like this, so it's tilted. So she walks like kind of a little bit with like a limp because one's longer than the other. And then now it's like now because she's walking like that, now one of her feet is getting, more like, the bones are, moving differently in one foot than the other. So and then if they wanted to move it so that her rods were all the way up, but then she would be like this and kind of be stuck like that with her head forward. So it's all a big mess. But I don't think she regrets the surgery, but I do feel like because of having one surgery and then having to have it corrected and all that stuff, now it's like a whole big thing. Because you mess with what's, your natural body, and then you try to make it right, and then it's like, now it's just, now it messes with other things. And so, but no one could know, like no one could have known. So yeah, okay. So 40% off is still going on through Saturday. I thought it was Friday, but I think it's Saturday. Anyway, so the 40% off summer sale items, scroll into your account. Yep. Once you have back surgery, there's always more. Cause then she had a hip, then it was a knee, then it was a foot. And now everything is kind of like, whatever. But anyway, scroll into your account, go to across the top where it says like collections and makeup and all the things, and go to the very, very end, like keep scrolling. It's the very last tab and it says summer sale. Hey, thanks, Amy. That color match link should come right over to you. I think if you comment while I'm live, it sends you a link to my self-tanner, my lashes, the discount link for my self-tanner, the discount link for my lashes, and the color match form. So because when I go live, there's no telling what I'm talking about. Like, it's usually a bunch of stuff. So that's why you get all those. But the color match link is in there. Okay, so let's do some makeup. Every day I do my moisturizer, and then I do my SPF, which I use just a tinted SPF as primer, and then I go in with my makeup. So with the 40% off sale, a lot of the brushes are 40% off also. So I've been kind of demonstrating those. Do they ship to Australia? Amy, I believe at the end of this year, we'll be in Australia. At the end of the summer, we'll be in UK. At the end of the year, we'll be in Australia. And the beginning of next year, we'll be in Mexico. Amy, send me a message, or I'll actually screenshot this. I'm going to message you if you don't message me, and I'll get you on my update list, my update email list, so that I can keep you updated as we learn more. You filled in a color match form, but haven't heard anything. Usually a couple hours. Helen, when did you do that? I screenshotted that. I'm going to take a peek right after this. Okay, so let's talk about this makeup that I use. The main shades are not on sale right now. We do have sales sometimes on like the main shades. Right now, it's 40% off a lot of the eyeshadows, a lot of really pretty shimmers, which we're going to do too, and lip and cheek colors, brushes. So take advantage of these. Stock up on your brushes. These are all double-ended, really good quality. They're amazing. Your amazing brush video yesterday. Wasn't my brush video so funny? I didn't know how else to explain it. And I'm like, how can I describe the differences in these brushes and make people remember it? Because I feel like I talk about it all the time. So today I'm just going to use the blend brush. This is 40% off. And I know you think, like, when you think of putting on when we think of putting on our makeup, you think of liquid foundation. And so we think of taking a paintbrush, dipping it into the liquid, and painting our face, right? This isn't like that. This cream makeup is a different formula. Like, it's not wet and it's not super greasy or oily. It's just creamy. So thank you, Christy. I thought I did a great job. So let's talk about the blend brush. So I'm going to use the small end of the blend brush. And when you're looking at your brushes, pay attention to where you want to apply your makeup and the size of the area. So I'm going to start with my contour, and I'm going to apply it right here. So I'm going to come in and just apply where I want the shadows. That's kind of a smaller area, so I'm going to use a smaller brush. So I don't need like a big ass brush to apply that, right? What is the website? I'll send you the link. I'll screenshot this, and then as soon as I'm done here, I'll send you the link to the website so you can shop the sale. You can also, if you want to get a color match, just text me. I can color match you, and then you can shop and get the other stuff. Tinted SPF. Oh yeah, the tinted SPF works great as a primer. Like, there's no need to do like SPF and then your primer is just more and more layers. Just use your SPF, and it forces you to remember to use SPF, and it's kind of cool. Reformed Mama Bear, I like your name. Okay, so smaller end of the brush, and we're gonna dust into our contour, right? So lightly sweeping, because these bristles are fluffier. They're not super, super like dense and stiff. So we're just gonna sweep into our contour, and then I'm gonna sweep across my forehead. So I wanna show you how light that is. So a lot of people, hey, thank you so much. Happy Thursday to you. Or as we call it, pre-Friday. So a lot of people think when you go into these dark, scary contours that it's like really, really dark, but you don't. You just lightly sweep into it and look at the payoff you get, right? So it's on there and you don't realize it, but when all the colors come together, you're like, oh, that looks really nice. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Okay, so sweepies, and then see where that shadow kind of already exists? I'm just enhancing that. So I just kind of come up here, and you can see I'm just kind of scribbling. This is not like it has to be perfection and it has to be in the perfect areas. You could literally do this blindfolded, just like this is a scribble situation, okay? I don't want you to get wrapped up in, oh, it needs to be the perfect area. If you put it in the general area, it will come together. I promise, every time. So this makeup kind of like melts into your skin. It doesn't sit on top like a liquid foundation. There's no alcohols and stuff. So like it's not going to evaporate and just leave you with like super dry pigment where it needs to be in the perfect area. This is kind of gonna melt into your skin like a second skin. So it does not have to be perfection, which is another reason I really love this makeup for anyone. Anyone can do it because it helps you, like it's dummy proof kind of, you know? Yay, perfect. Okay. So this is my contour shade. So the dark, scary contour that a lot of people are scared of, you see how you don't have to be scared of it. We're scribbling, just like that. See what I mean? Now when you contour your nose, see the light is hitting my face straight on. So it's creating this super bright white line down the center of my nose. Naturally, I didn't do anything there. If you take your contour and just hug that line really close, that's a great cheat for contouring your nose. And what's cool about that is if you don't have a big nose, you just want a little bit more structure, just follow that line. I am telling you, it is really goof proof. Like it is, I call it makeup for dummies because it really is. So there's our contour. See, it looks ridiculous, but it's not. Just watch. So then with this same brush, see how it's got all my contour all over it? Same brush, I'm going to go into my brightening highlight. See how the color doesn't transfer? Why does your voice sound like that? Because Instagram does it to me. A lot of people say that. Now, I don't know why it does it. It's only Instagram. It's not Facebook or TikTok. Hey, Selena, it's good to see you, my friend. Okay, so same brush, the blend brush. This is the one that's 40% off. And I'm using the smaller brush, and I'm coming here in my inner, like my T-zone area. And I'm just kind of scribbling, kind of right here in this corner. I'm not putting makeup. See those lines right there? I'm not putting makeup there. You'll see that I still get coverage there without putting makeup. If you have a darker, like blue or purple or green under your eyes and you're like, well, I need concealer there, that's when I would get you some color correctors, because those you use really, really lightly, like pinpoint amounts with like a spot brush, which by the way is also 40% off. So if you're a demi user, I'm lying. That's not the spot brush. This is the spot brush. See how small that brush is? And you just take your color corrector and you would just lightly pinpoint that darkness under your eye, and that's how you cancel that without adding all the texture. So that's why, although this makeup, when you see it for the first time, you're like, yeah, that's way too much, I'm not doing that. But once you do it a time or two, you're like, I understand why this works. So I am applying my brightening highlight, or what you might know as concealer, but when you do the color match, I will send you a main foundation shade and a brightening highlight. So main highlight, brightening highlight. Main highlight is my main shade, like my foundation. Brightening highlight is like my concealer. So the concealer kind of goes literally straight down the center of the face, right? And a little bit on the corners right here, and then a little bit right here above, like in between the eyebrows, like a palm tree, right? So what this is doing this is creating the brightness. So we want the brightness right here in the center of our face, so we look alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic, okay? The darkness, the darkest shade, the contour, kind of creates that dimension. We're adding shape, we're adding structure, right? Still, it's going to provide coverage, okay? Each color is going to provide coverage. Now you see where I put the contour here, the brightening highlight here, and then this area has been untouched. That's where the main shade is going to go. So what you'll see is that I'm doing my makeup in one single layer. So this is the equivalent of putting on one layer of liquid foundation, except it's better than liquid foundation. But I don't have to add all these things later because this is one layer of really easy, fast makeup and you don't have to add the rest on top. So let me show you how that works. So the main foundation shade, this is still the blend brush. I'm going to use the bigger brush because I have a lot more area to cover. So I'm going to dust into my main foundation shade. By the way, on the color match form, there's a box that says, check this box if you want me to match you for your summer shade. So when I'm out in the sun, you know, a couple days at a time and I start to kind of shade up a little bit, or when I do my self tanner, I have a darker shade for that. These shades are only $16. So if you want to add that second shade, it's really affordable. And then like, depending on what your budget is, like if your budget's really small, just get a couple of shades to start and then add more later. You don't have to buy 6,500, 1,000 million things at once. Just shop within your budget. Nobody's your mama. Nobody's gonna tell you how much to buy. Okay, so sweepies into your foundation, your main highlight shade, kind of like it's a powder. See, lightly sweeping, so you don't have to dig or scrape or shovel. And then we're gonna start here in the beard area and just lightly sweep. So this is the blend brush. This one's 40% off, and this is for lighter coverage. See how those bristles are bending really easily? I don't have to mash my brush to get the bristles to bend. That's because when you can dust your face and the bristles, like without any pressure, and the bristles are bending, it's because they're supposed to bend that way. So if you're dusting your face and they're not bending, then you should not have to put pressure to make your bristles bend. If you're putting pressure to make your bristles bend, they're not supposed to bend. And that's how you use the different brushes. So keep that in mind when you're using your brushes. So very light pressure, and look how much my bristles are bending. So if I use a more dense brush for more full coverage, like the buff brush or something with just a super more dense end, then you're gonna get a more heavy coverage and those bristles aren't gonna be as feathery. So I'm just using this brush to kind of sweepy sweep, sweepy sweep. So I'm applying that main shade everywhere else where I don't have contour and where I don't have the brightening highlight, right? So now up here. So I know it seems confusing at first sometimes, like you're like, why is all the colors and oh my God, there's so many colors all over the face, but it's still one layer of makeup. And once you learn where the colors go, like once or twice, then it's all just muscle memory. And then you just do it every day. Yeah, I'm so glad you love it. Will you send me a picture or post it in our beauty group? Are you in my beauty group on Facebook? Freedom and Beauty VIP? Join the Facebook beauty group. It's really, really good. Like you can, those ladies are all ages, all skin types, all skin tones, all everything, all different experiences. And I just love how much I learn from them. Okay, so I'm taking all of those shades that I just applied on my face and I'm just sweeping them together. Just see how I'm pressing a little bit, but I'm also feathering, sweeping. This is the blend brush. So this will give you a very kind of light to light medium coverage. And you see how I'm just kind of tapping in and lightly, I'm not stirring the colors together, right? Like I'm not mixing them together. I don't want them to become one color. I want the shades to stay where they are. I just want to blend where they touch. So like where the contour touches the foundation, I just want to blend that line together. So you can just do little sweepies. So I'm blending my contour up to Jesus, not pulling it down. I'm just feathering, dusting up. So see how you can use the same brush to do pretty much your whole face? And you see what I mean when I say you can scribble the colors onto your face, because it's not an exact science. Like it just doesn't have to be an exact science. And you just blend it real lightly. So you're getting a really nice coverage without using a whole lot of makeup. So you see whenever I was whenever I was tapping into my makeup, I was sweeping kind of like it's a powder and then sweeping like it's a powder. And that's how it works. And it's so like, it's just really beautiful makeup. And I just like how it kind of gives you a boost of confidence and like your skin looks glowy. You look youthful. You look it just kind of, you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, like, I'll do a double take. Like, look how pretty I look. And I love that so many people report that they look in the mirror and they're like, oh, and then people are taking more selfies and, you know, just a little bit more confidence. Like, this is literally the first thing people see is your face, you know? So you want to literally put your best face forward. And I just think this is a great way for everybody to do that. Women, if you have mature skin, lines and wrinkles, use this makeup. The older you are, the more I recommend it, because the more texture you have, first of all, the more texture you have, like, the less we want it to settle and crease and cake. And this doesn't do that, number one. Number two, it's hydrating. And as we get older, we lose hydration. So this will help to replenish that in the skin each day that you wear your makeup. So even when you take your makeup off, your skin feels light, it feels pretty, it feels hydrated. Even when you take off your makeup, you'll be like, oh, this feels really good. And then also the color. So as we get older, especially into our 60s, 70s, 80s, we start to lose that color in our face, right? So our skin starts to become a little bit more sallow. And because these shades are so pigmented and they're so rich, but without being really heavy, you can get that really beautiful color back into your face, alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic, without layering a whole bunch of different products. So now I've done, Molly, I use Mango as a main shade unless I'm doing self tanner or I've been in the sun for a couple days. Then I use Golden Hour. I use Linen to brighten it. I typically won't match anybody to a shade that's so much lighter than their foundation. But when I color match you, if you say, hey, I really like how bright your T-zone looks, I'd prefer something brighter like that. As long as I don't see a whole bunch of texture here, then I'll tell you, oh, maybe try this shade or try Linen like I use or something. If you have like a lot of texture here, I might recommend, hey, try a lighter shade, but maybe not so light or whatever. And so that's what I'm here to help with. I miss seeing my gal. Who's your gal? If it's me, we're done. Like you gotta go. Sorry. My husband ain't having it. Girl, you do the color match. What are you waiting for? And the sale, there's a 40% off sale right now. So like there's palettes on sale, there's brushes on sale, eyeshadows, like lip and cheek colors. So you see that I've done my contour, my main highlight, and my brightening highlight, right? So now I'm going to add more dimension. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add bronzer. So bronzer is a little bit warmer. See how this is more coolish, like gray, ashy. We use that to enhance the shadows to kind of make our, like the Lord forgot my cheekbones, for instance. I mean, it's fine. I'm not holding a grudge, but I can just add them and it's fine. But now I want to add some warmth. So I'm going to take my same brush, tap it or sweep it lightly into my Bella bronzer. There's a color right now on sale, on the 40% off sale, and it's called Fiji, and it's kind of similar to this. It's a little tiny bit cooler, so it's a little less orange in tone, so a little bit cooler, but you could also use that as a bronzer. So sometimes I use that, and it's a good cheat. So if you want to use a bronzer and you don't have one, try the Fiji. It doesn't work for all skin tones because it is a little cooler, but it's worth a shot. Okay, Bella bronzer kind of goes on top of the cheekbones and at like the high points of the forehead. So when I apply my bronzer, that's where I tap it. See how I'm not like mashing it or swirling? Now I want to show you, this is my bronzer. Look where I just applied it and it looks really scary, right? What I'm about to show you is with this fluffy brush, this blend brush, you can lightly tap this into your skin and it's not super crazy. It just melts right in. Look how light. I'm not doing this thing where I'm like scrubbing it into my skin. I'm just lightly tapping. And so I want to show you this because this is how pigmented, this is how beautiful this makeup is. It just lightly melts into your skin. It's not cakey, it's not creasy, it's not weird, it's not like dry and powdery. Do they have a winter sale? Last year Saint did a sale like every single month. And then like, I think they showed a thing where it was like their sales were down like 4 million from the previous year. So this year they're not doing as many sales, but I do know that in July, they'll probably have like some kind of customer appreciation, something. But I don't know what it'll be. So bronzer, see how I put on that really scary bronzer and it looked really dark? But look how I blended it and look how pretty. Isn't that nice? And it just kind of melts in. I'll pick one palette and one brush for a full face over my oversized packed makeup bag any day. Yes! So are you putting the bronzer over the contour and highlight? Yeah, so, okay, good question, Amy. So what I do personally, and others can do it however you want. First of all, the contour and the bronzer go in two different areas. They do two different jobs, but kind of, and they're like next to each other, okay? So bronzer kind of rolls over. So if you take your brush and roll it on your face, look. Still, I didn't. When you roll your brush on your face, the high point is where your bronzer should go. Where it rolls into that hollow is where your contour will go, right? So the contour is more cool, gray, ashy. The bronzer is a little bit more warm, right? So these colors are all the same consistency. They're all the same ingredients. So although I'm putting my bronzer on top of my makeup that I put on my highlight, what happens is you use so little because they're so pigmented. So instead of where it's like liquid foundation and then contour and all these other things, these colors melt together. So instead of like stacking colors and creating these like layers and these stacks, which creates the cakiness, they're all melting together. And you just use so little because they're so pigmented. So you're just not using that much makeup. So yes, you're technically layering, but they're all the same ingredients. So they melt together. Makes it really, really beautiful and cohesive. And also, you don't have like where it's glowy from this, but then you have powder, so it's more dry. And then, so it's all, do you know what I mean? It's very, very cohesive. So that's my bronzer. So I did the cool gray ashy. Now lip and cheek shades. And where's my, oh, hold on, I have it here. These are the lip and cheek shades that are on sale. These are all 40% off. These are only, they're all 40% off. These are all for everyone. These ones are only available in Canada and these ones are only available in the US. All of these are really gorgeous. You can use these however you want, but I do want to show you many of these look really different than they actually are. Like some of these colors look like, ooh, but they're not, ooh, like they're actually really, really nice. So I just want you to keep that in mind that whenever you are using these shades, they're just not as crazy as they look. So Tropicana, for instance, is really pretty. Very, very light. And if you use this as a cheek color, look how pretty that is. See how it's very, like it's not literal. These are not literal colors because it's cream. So the opacity is different than liquids or, you know, powders. So, yay, I'm so glad you loved it. That makes me so happy. Like, I feel like, I don't know. It makes me feel like I feel so proud of myself. Like I did a good job. Like, yes. And then I also feel like so happy for my customers. I love it. I got the sales stuff. I like that I haven't decided individual pieces from my match or a starter kit. Oh, Amy, let me know if you need help with that because I can totally help you with that. Does this come with brushes? Everything is individual. This is customized to you, your needs, your preferences, your style, your desires. A lot of the brushes, like this one that I'm using, this blend brush is 40% off right now with the sale. So I'd recommend getting that one, obviously. And there's a couple others. I had the buff brush. I guess I didn't bring it to my mom's. But anyway, so you choose the brushes that you want and then you can just add more later. Super, super customized. You never have to buy any number of anything ever. You just do whatever you want. Oh, okay, Amy. Well, let me know if you have any questions. You know I'm here for it, girl. I'm here for it. Okay, so let's look at some more of these shades. My favorite is the grape. If you are not using grape, I know everybody's scared of it. This is what grape looks like. Look. It's super sheer. They're not super crazy colors. So these colors like this that look really wild and you're like, yeah, I'm not wearing that. Girl, wear the damn grape. Look how pretty that is. See what I mean? That's grape. That's this stupid clown looking color. And these smell like the lip smackers. These are like the 90s lip smackers. Look at my husband. That's Freedom G.I. Joe. That's my husband. Don't wait. Big sale and you won't regret. My husband needs to be a saint artist. Look at him go. Let's add some grape over this Tropicana. I ordered so many brushes, couldn't pass on the great deals. I'm telling you. Well, it's a great way to like get... These brushes aren't expensive. They're all double-ended. Every single one of Saint's brushes is double-ended. And so it's a really great... Like, they're not expensive at all, you know, comparatively speaking to other brushes. And I'll be honest with you, like, I don't think the quality is necessarily better than like Sigma or the It by Ulta brushes. Like, it's not the quality. Even if you use the Real Techniques brushes, like, those are still really nice, right? It's the density and the volume of the bristles in these brushes that makes the difference. That's what, hi baby, did you get lunch? What'd you end up getting for yourself?
Chicken.
Did you already eat? You ate it in the car, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
Oh. You already ate? You just got home?
I'm not eating. I didn't already eat, but like.
We done?
No.
Okay, get out. I'll be done in a minute. Okay, so this is Jolene. So Jolene is this orange color. She's got oh, Justin said hi. Little tiny flecks of shimmer. I don't know if you can see it. Teeny tiny. Look, Justin said hi. Oh, get out. This is Jolene. She looks scary. She looks really, really orange. I just want to show you how light these shades are. See what I mean? You can get the payoff without jamming like without looking like you colored on your face with an orange crayon. These colors are so gorgeous. I just feel like because of the nature of the cream makeup and because of how dark they look, because it's a lot of pigment in one area, but you just use a little bit of it. And so because the opacity is different, everybody's scared of it. But that's why I'm always here to show you. Like if you're like, hey, I want to see this color. I don't know, it looks weird. And then I put it on and everybody's like, oh, I got it. I get it now. Another example is this Royal shade. One of my favorites, right? And it looks real dark and crazy. Look how light and sheer it is. That's that super dark. And look how little I actually used. So when I tell you that you have to use very little to get the color payoff, you really do. And this makeup is so cool. Foundation, contour, bronzer, highlight, and blush. What would be the best brushes to start off with? Okay, great question. So that depends on the coverage you want. If you want a lighter, kind of more sheer coverage, get the blend brush. This one's 40% off. If you want full coverage, like you are a full coverage glam girl, whatever, or every once in a while you want to do full coverage, get the buff brush. Or if you have mature skin, lines, wrinkles, texture, buff brush. So the buff brush, I thought I brought it to my mom's. I'm really sorry. But it's kind of like this, but much more stiff. And so then you would press your makeup in as opposed to this blend brush, which is kind of more feathery. So it depends on how you want to apply. By having multiple brushes, it gives you the option. And in some areas where you're more textured or whatever, you can use a more dense brush, and then the rest of it you can feather on. So it's really, really preference and really cool. Anyone else start singing Jolene? Jolene, 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 Jolene. All the time. Okay. So I also didn't bring the powder brush. I've let you guys down. My mom's visiting her because she just had surgery. By the way, I showed everybody this at the beginning, but this is, my mom had this in her bones and she had a scoliosis surgery. She has rods in her back, and this was attaching her rods that are in her back to straighten her spine to her pelvis, and it had shifted and moved, and this was causing her pain for 6 months. And she went to her primary care doctor, and the primary care doctor said, you're depressed, here's some Zoloft, and gave her antidepressants. And she had this in her back. Can you swatch pineapple? Yes. Oh, great question. Okay. With the pineapple, don't be afraid of the pineapple. These are not, they are literal colors, but these are more for like you can use them for toning, but look, when you add a little bit of yellow, it adds a warmth to your skin, right? And it's not yellow like a crayon. Do you know what I'm saying? Can you match foundation to what I currently use? Nope, we don't. It's not the same. So when if you're using a liquid foundation, right? And you put it on your skin, it should pretty much match your skin. This makeup is cream. The opacity is different. So this should be darker on your skin because when you blend it, it's going to blend out more sheer. So no, I won't match your current foundation, but if you, like right now I'm in front of a window and I think it's really bright, but I'm in front of a window. So if I take off all my makeup and you just stand in front of a window, I can see your skin tone and I will help you determine what shade to get. Most women can wear 3 to 4 different shades, but I match personally over 100 women a day. I do this all the time. So count on me to get your shade pretty much perfect, if not like real close. But Saint offers a 30-day return policy, and I'm all, like, my customer service is world class, I swear it. Ask any of my customers here. But anyways, so if you don't like any of your shades, or if you're not crazy about it, we can totally swap it out, but I'll get you exactly where you want to be. So what happens is when you apply your cream makeup, when you blend it, it blends out more sheer. Whereas the liquid foundation sits on top of your face and it's like a coat of paint. Like you could put blue foundation and it would stay blue, right? So, but with these, just like I showed you with like the purple lip and cheek color is a really good example of how it looks super purple, but when you apply it on the skin, it's not, the opacity is just different. So yeah, just trust Mackenzie. But no, so we don't really match those colors like that, but I will get you the color that you need. So when you put it on your skin, it should look really dark. Your makeup, when you get it, should look really dark in the pan. You should be like, yeah, that's absolutely not going to work for me. And then when you put it on, you'll be like, holy crap, she really knows her stuff. And then I always say, I don't say I told you so because it's rude, but I'll be thinking it and you'll be thinking it and I'll be thinking it, but I won't say it, but we'll know I told you so, but we won't say it. Just kidding. Gotta go do more car things. Love you. Bye, baby. My husband's on the Hot Rod Power Tour where they go like all over the country and like drive and whatever. So he's his like guy friends. Okay, so there's that. Now let me show you with the same brush, my blend brush, I can apply my setting powder also. This is the brush that I use for my concealer. I use this for my contour. I'm putting it in my white setting powder. See how it doesn't transfer? This makeup isn't like a wet, creamy like paint. It's very like it just doesn't. The color doesn't transfer. So my powder is here and I just tap it real lightly here on my inner corners. This is going to set my makeup, control the oil, and kind of provide a little bit more dimension with a more blurred finish. So where this cream makeup provides like a youthful glow all over, this setting powder kind of creates a little bit more of a matte look right here in the T-zone. And so it just adds just a little bit more dimension, a little bit more blur. See how pretty that is? And it's not super cakey. That's what I love about this makeup. I used makeup as a mask for 38 years because everyone told me I was fat and ugly my whole life. I was fat and ugly. That's what I was. I was fat and ugly. And so I used makeup as a mask and I got really damn good at the makeup because everybody complimented my makeup. No one ever told me I was pretty. They said my makeup was pretty. And so I got really good at it. And so that's why I learned all these things. And that's why I love this makeup, because I really think it gives women the opportunity to feel more confident with makeup without using it as a mask. Instead, just a really nice enhancement. Kind of like you choose a nice outfit to wear, right? Like you don't put on an astronaut suit and cover your whole entire body. Like, I mean, if you're an astronaut, you do, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you wear outfits that like enhance what you like, and you wear different colors and shapes that might, enhance your body. It's the same thing with your makeup. So let's pop into some of the eyeshadows that are on sale that I think a lot of you could really get some fun use out of. Oh man, I took some out to do a look and I forgot to put them back. So we're going to use some other ones. So let's talk about, let's use some really nice colors. Let's use Finn and Moscow and Leo. Oh yeah, that's nice. So here's a fun combo that I just kind of pulled together. Hey Carrie, good to see you, my friend. You're gonna be in Atlanta, right? I can't wait to see all these Saint artists going to Atlanta in September. You guys, if you have not, if you've been thinking about being a Saint artist and you haven't done it, you like just do it. They don't make you do anything crazy. Like you don't have to sell a certain amount or anything, but it's just the women. I've never had so many cool friends in my life than with my customers and with these Saint artists. Okay, so this is Leo. So this is one of the 40% off colors. This is the eyeshadow brush, also 40% off. That's kind of why I want to show these. I think the ones they put on sale are the ones that maybe people don't buy as much of. I'm not sure. But if that's the case, then like, let's get in here and use them. Okay, so this is Leo. All over the lid, okay? matte, sticky, or dewy primer to go under this makeup. I use a tinted SPF, and it has a little bit of a glow, but it's the Elastin skincare one. I have a random hair that is, oh, I got it. I use the Elastin SPF for like an everyday. So I think it's really preference, but I would use like whichever one you love, use that one. And then if it doesn't work, try others, but just use what you love. And you'll see this makeup is pretty glowy on its own, but if you want that like extra glowy look under your makeup, like that glow from within, totally use a glowier one. It's totally preference. How much to be a Saint artist? You just buy the artist kit, like the one, there's a $99 one, a $225 one, and then a $450 one. And then obviously they're different sizes, have different amounts of makeup in them. And then it's $12.95 a month for your back office fee, which I guess pays for like your website. And what's cool is like, because they don't, number one, they don't make you sell any certain amounts. Like if you sell $0, like you can still be a Saint. They don't give a crap. Like nobody's knocking on your door like, where's your sales? Like, did you recruit anybody? Like they don't do that, which is amazing. But so it's really, really easy going, but also like we don't have to ship anything. Like you don't have to go to the post office and like mail a bunch of crap. Like you don't have to make any purchases ever at all whatsoever, which I think is really cool. Like she really took kind of like the yuck out of direct sales, in my opinion. I think it's kind of cool. Okay, so that's Leo. I'll send you some information on the artist program. If you go to artistprograminfo.com, artistprograminfo.com, and it'll tell you some information, but I'll send it to you just in case you didn't hear that. Okay, so that's Leo. So this was a 40% off shade. And some of these colors you would not think to put together, but whenever you do, like you're like, oh, that's kind of wild. Let's see. I did not bring my Saint brush cleaner to my mom's. Oh, she might have some. I can show you. I do it every couple applications, maybe. Like you'll start to see on your brush, like when it starts to get a little bit, cakey. Like this isn't quite cakey yet, but you'll start to see, and then you just spray it with the brush cleaner and swirl on a cloth, and it comes really clean. Comes clean easily. Okay, so this is Leo. I used orange, and that's that one. Now I'm going to use this color called Fin. This is a really nice color, and you think like when you swatch it, it looks crazy, and you're like, yeah, that's a lot. When you take your fluffy brush like this and just kind of pick up a little bit on the side and the edge, see how I just pick it up right there on the edges and just the tips of my bristles, and just tap it right here in the outer corner? You can just kind of transfer the pigment there, and then once all the pigment is transferred, then you just kind of sweep. Just kind of sweep around and it'll blend really pretty. And you can add more. You can always add more, and it's harder to take away. So just start really light and then add more as you want to. So this eyeshadow brush and these colors are 40% off right now. So this is a really great time to take advantage of picking up some colors that you might not have, or you might not have explored with, That's why I like it. I think it's a great time to, I always say anyways, like I really appreciate when my customers, number one, trust me. But when you kind of explore and step out of your comfort zone, that's when the magic happens, and that's when I think it's the absolute coolest, is when you step out of that comfort zone and you start to see like, oh, I actually look really good in this. I did direct sales years ago. My social anxiety made it super difficult to be successful. I could see how that would be really hard. What's funny is that like a lot of people think that like I am like I'm very like outgoing and out there and loud and whatever, but I also have social anxiety, which nobody knows. Isn't that crazy? But I think that's why. And like growing up the ugly fat girl, where everyone just tells you that you're ugly and fat, like people make it a point to remind you that you are fat and ugly, which is awful. I don't know why people like do that. Like, hello, I didn't know. Thank you for sharing that. Like, I had no idea. You know what I mean? Like you have toilet paper on your shoe, like just letting you like, oh, thanks. Oh, you're fat. Oh, thanks. Thank you for whatever. Anyways, so even despite that, like I feel like I kind of use the reverse of that, and being loud and obnoxious to kind of like combat that, I guess, to kind of show the opposite. But I get like direct sales isn't for everyone. It wasn't for me. I didn't want to be a part of direct sales. I signed up on accident. Okay, so this is Leo and Finn, which, how pretty are those? I think that's really nice. That's a really nice combo. And this last color is called Moscow. See how it's like a reddish kind of tone? I'm going to use the dense end of my eyeshadow brush, which is like, it's not fluffy, right? So it's just more dense. So we're going to use that to kind of press in and kind of deposit that pigment in one area where it's like when you use a dense brush, it kind of gives you a little bit more intensity. Oh, that is so pretty. Mean bullies. I know, I'm telling you. That's why, like, I think that's why when I first got on social media and started getting like hate from people, I was like, I need to know once and for all where this comes from. And so when people started being mean to me on social media, I started looking them up and I was like, oh, so you're not better than me. And I started learning things about people and I was like, this is why people are mean, because this is what they have going on in their life. And I think people project. And so when they are not happy with themselves, like hurt people, right? And so that's what I tell my son. My son's 10 and he goes, you know, he's had some bullies or whatever, like just mean kids or whatever. And I tell him, like, hurt people. We don't listen to them. Do you go back to reunions? Like, look at me. I don't do the reunions. I don't pretend like I like those people. Those people treat me like crap. But I mean, it would be nice to be like, all you that said I would never make it. Now look at you. Don't be a dum-dum with a PI, right? Like, why would you come on there and like be like, you're too fat to be selling makeup, or you're a piece of crap. Like, how dare you be on here? And I like look them up and they have like arrest records and like all these like really just horrible things that they're experiencing in their life. And I'm like, so you did this? Like, you're in jail for touching kids and I'm a bad person. Okay, it's fine. You know, like it's wild. Anyway, see how these colors can and I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush and add just a little bit more Leo, just because it's matte, and now I'm just going to use it to kind of melt those together. That's kind of a really pretty look. I like that. And you just add whatever. Like, don't be afraid to put the damn colors together, you know? And hi, baby. And I like to finish my eyeshadow looks with Drift. I just think Drift is a really beautiful color. Do you want me to put this on you?
No.
Then get out.
Hello.
So you do want to wear eyeshadow?
No.
This is Drift. I like putting Drift with the eye boogers and kind of sweeping it up onto the lid. Drift is just a really pretty champagne shimmer. See how it just adds that pop of glow? Okay, and then lastly, if you are shopping the sale and you see the solid perfumes are basically rose gold illuminators with different scents, okay? So this one, I use Saint No. 5. I love No. 5. It's the most coconutty, most tropical. Look, you got a hi, say hello. Got to keep up, son. You got to keep up.
Hello.
The most tropical coconutty one. If you get No. 1, to me it smells like coffee. And coffee's so gross. But if you're into that sort of thing, whatever. But they're just, the solid perfumes are just rose gold illuminators, and you can kind of use these wherever you want. You can use them on your wrists or kind of like right here, just wherever you want. And then they're just scented. Oh, I need to blend this guy some more. Anyway, so those are the solid perfumes, and then there's the sprays too, the mists. What else? So there's my rose gold illuminator, and then what else? Oh, I need to do my brows. Ryan, go in that drawer in Mom Elle's bathroom and find the white bottle of Saint Brush Cleanser. Please.
Which door?
Just open those drawers. The drawers, not the doors. The drawers.
What was it?
The white bottle of Saint Brush Cleaner. You know what it looks like. And can you grab me a small hand towel, please?
What?
A small hand towel.
Small hand towel?
Yeah, look in Mom Elle's bathroom.
I got you.
I'm just filling in my brows with these. I use the Benefit brow pencils, which I love Benefit so much. You can also use, if you take advantage of the 40% off sale and end up getting this line brush, you can usually use your contour shade to fill in your brows too.
Here you go.
What is that?
You asked for towels.
I said a small hand towel. You came in with Bounty. It's fine, thank you.
What's the difference?
Well, it's fine.
What's the difference?
I'm surprised you didn't walk in here with like a puppy pee pad. Anywho, go see if there's mascara in Mom Mel's drawer. In that makeup drawer, please. I'm gonna give my mom pink eye. She's my mom. It's fine. I've caused her more trouble than that. I'm just kidding.
Mascara?
Yeah, is that mascara?
No.
I love being a boy mom. It's cute. It's so cute.
Isn't it like the eyelash thingy?
Yes, the eyelash thingy.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Here you go.
What is that?
I think this is an eyelash.
Ryan, the wand looks like this.
Disappointment.
Oh, bless it.
What does it look like? That one?
No.
Which one? This?
It's like a tube of mascara. That's eyeliner. Bye, Jonna. Good to see you. Okay. I'm gonna use also my eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna pop into one of these shades, and because I forgot my mascara, so I'm just gonna use my chai shade and just kind of put it down here, just for a little bit of added intensity.
This?
Why do you? He has a grabber. How is this? What does she use? Voluminous Superstar Waterproof.
No.
This is the mascara. Why is it white? Oh, that's a primer. What does she do? How old is this mascara?
Is that not it?
I mean, I'm going to get my mom some new mascara. What the hell?
Wait, Mama. Where's that one prop
Well,
thingy?
we're going in. Where's the what?
That one prop thingy, Majiggy.
What prop
That you
thingy?
told me about.
Go ask Mama Mel. I don't know. Oh, the sword? Yeah. Oh, go ask Mama Mel. It's probably in her office, but go ask Mama Mel. I don't know what the hell this mascara is, but we should throw this away. What is this thing? This is oldest Methuselah, this jar, or this thing. It's fine. I did not learn makeup from my mom. It's fine. Okay. And why is this bottle so dirty? Okay. So the Saint brush cleanser and paper towels. This stuff works really well. You just spray your brushes. You spray the bristles, right? And then you swirly whirl on a microfiber or like a paper towel. Paper towels don't work as well, but it's fine. Anyways, and it takes the makeup off your brushes, and it's antibacterial and instant dry. The microfibers collect the color a little bit better, but you get the point. Anyways, so the Saint microfibers are on sale also right now for 40% off. So that's a great. Now I'm gonna get pink eye, right? My mom's gonna be like, "Where's my mascara?" And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I bought you some new stuff." Yeah, I sprayed too much. It smells like cotton candy. See, you just spray it on there, and it's antibacterial. So this is really, really great for keeping the bacteria at bay. And you just swirl off the pigment. If this was a microfiber, this would look so much better. What is that? Oh, good. Oh, boy. So happy. Anyway, so, I don't know. I think that looks really pretty. I'm going to add, I think, a little bit more of the fin in the outer corner. Just to add a little bit more intensity. With my dents and a little bit more drama. I have a hooded eye, so I'm going to bring this up onto the hood a little bit. Ryan, what are you doing?
Mommy.
What?
You know who your biggest fan is?
Who? You better say you.
No, do you know who your biggest fan is?
Who?
I don't know. Do you know?
Jesus.
You want to know who my biggest fan is?
Who?
Look. It's my biggest fan.
Oh, he has an actual fan. Oh, my Jesus. My biggest fan is in my living room because Justin insisted on the most giant fan he could find at Lowe's. What?
Wait, what?
Now my mom has a sleep number bed. He's going to get on it and sleep number it, or do the thing where it lifts. What's it called? A sleep number or a sleep whatever, where it lifts up. It's fine. Anyways, so get the eyeshadows. They're 40% off. So if you want me to recommend some for you, or if you just want me to swatch any, just let me know. I'm happy to help. I'm here for it. So many beautiful shades are on sale, and then the lip and cheek colors, and get a free color match, because the color match is a great place to start. So if you don't use this makeup yet, like, it's a great time to use this makeup, because you get all the extras for like a lot of discount. Here, Rye, put this back, please. Thank you. Anyways, this was in my mom's bones. So crazy, right? And her doctor said, you need antidepressants. Anyways, really, really pretty makeup. Super easy to apply. Really fun. And then I come with it, you guys. So when you text me, literally, we just talk like regular human beings. It's just like, hey girl, I was using this lip and cheek shade and I don't like it. I wondered if you had a different one. Can you swatch this color for me or whatever? And then we can have like actual conversations and I can help you figure out what you need for you and your preferences and your makeup style and all the things. So anywho's, let me know what I can do for you, what questions I can answer for you. Did I just get knighted? Well, there you have it. I know, isn't it huge? She's got a screw loose.
Wait, let me see.
Isn't that nuts? This was in mom.
That was inside her?
Yeah, that was in her bone. So this was holding the rods in her back to her pelvis. They had it screwed all the way inside her bones. And then they took it out. Whatever. Anyways, okay, you guys have a great day. And please let me know what I can do for you. I love you so, so much. Bye, guys.
Bye.